Hey guys, Sam from DD here. We're with Wayne Proctor, drummer of King, playing in a Tramshed tonight. And thankfully, Wayne has agreed to do a little kit walkthrough with us. So we're just going to have a little chat now with how Wayne's doing, and we're going to have a look at some of his gear. I'm sure you can see in the bottom left corner there. So without further ado, let's get on with it. How are you, Wayne? You okay?
Good man, all good, good.
Good. How's the tour going so far?
Pretty cool, third show in, and I think we're pretty close to sold out tonight, but yeah, it's going great. New set, new songs, old songs, nice good mix, you know. Oh, well, it's an obvious one, my Brady's.
I figured as much.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to deny myself the thing of the Brady thing not being something I have or something I use, but whenever I don't have it, I just miss it so much.
Yeah.
And I think I was telling Brett, like, I've owned a lot since the age of 16. I think I owned 28, and I sell them, and then I really regret it, and so that's it. No more selling of them.
So you got a bit of a collection
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far then.
So just love them. They're the best, you know,
Yeah.
for me, you know. It was always guys that were playing for the song. So, you know, Jeff Porcaro, Steve Jordan, Abel Arboreal Jr. I mean, that was later. Matt Chamberlain, Phil Collins. I know it's not cool and hip compared to some of the more modern players, but it was always just guys that played for the song.
Yeah, they serve the music.
Yeah, serve the music. And that doesn't mean that all you're doing is playing time and groove all the way through a 6-minute track. You've still got to react to the moments of what the vocal's doing and make the song interesting. But that just always made more sense to me and kind of spoke to me a bit more. But so if someone was playing just a straight 4, you could hear the difference between like 4 drummers all just playing a straight 4. You could hear their feel, you could hear their texture. Definitely. A bit more. So I guess I just subscribe to that.
Yeah, it's a pretty. It's the best way to be, really. If you're just chopping over everything, it can be bad for the music.
Plus, I don't know how to do that. You know, my ears don't listen to music like that. The things that inspire me, it's like little touches.
Yeah.
As opposed to tasty things as opposed to big flourishes. You know.
It's like Michelin star playing.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself that, but you know what I mean. It's just that. So just like I say, someone just playing down a groove, you go, oh yeah, man, that's that guy. Or like Steve Jordan instantly.
Oh yeah.
Phil Collins, you know him instantly. Porcaro, you're just a snare drum sound. I could pick him out on an album anytime. Yeah. You know, so it was that kind of got me pumped.
Amazing.
Well, I think in terms of awesome gigs, King, definitely a King gig. I think when we supported Thunder at Wembley Arena 3 years ago, and I think there's a video of it on YouTube where we're doing one of our songs, Rush Hour, and there's this kind of whoa section with the crowd, and there's the camera at the side. You know, this guy's filming it, and you see Alan talking to the crowd. There's like 7,000 people, and everyone's just going, like, kind of looking at him, checking him out, and then he got everybody going, whoa! And you're like, wow, man, this is this little song that we rehearsed in a rehearsal room in Germany and communicated. And I just remember thinking, man, this is just like great, because we've come from a very straight blues background. Yeah. So to be in an arena environment and you've got everybody singing the song, it's like you would have never seen it, you know.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It's amazing when you spend time working on that type of music, and then all of a sudden, you know, thousands of people connect with it. Yeah. And you're just like, wow, you won't get that many places else.
No. So that was just a real moment, because we've worked hard on the crafting of the songs. You know, we recorded it up at a studio I co-run. Yeah. Called Superfly Studios up in Nottingham, and we worked hard on these tracks, and to see it come to fruition like that was like, it was validation, you know, for all the failed projects that didn't quite work out, you know.
Yeah, big boost of confidence, and it just shows you're doing the right thing.
Hopefully, yeah. Start this side if you want. I mean, all the hardware's DW 9000, other than my bass drum pedal, which I've gone totally old school, and I've gone back to the old. They've just reissued it, the 5000, you know, single chain. Yeah. I just love it. I think it's that thing I've seen the Porcaro video, and he had it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it just feels right to me. So I just got that recently. But so it's all DW 9000. So this is a 12/7 Jarrah block. Obviously Brady fascination again. Just you know, cranked. It's got that real poppy thing to it. Use it in verses and middle eights, and that change of atmosphere when you go to a certain section. I'll do the drums first.
Cool.
My main snare is a 14/8 Jarrah block. Completely bought that one on a whim, and it came a little bit damaged because I think the wood was still quite oily, and whoever had hit it had had the head really loose, and he just smashed it. I had to get Richard Newby to do the edges again on the top, but it's just awesome. It sat in my studio for ages, and I didn't use it. And then when a friend came around, oh, what's the 14/8 like? Picked it up, I was like, oh my god, it's just awesome. So that's just an amazing, amazing drum. Kind of sounds really Bonham-y, but it's just huge. And then the Cravs, I got these from Tom Meadows, plays, you know, with Kylie mainly at the moment, I think, Leona Lewis, and he had this set, and he had two other sets, actually, a 22 and an 18, 12 and a 14, and I only wanted these drums. I've got an 18-inch Tom as well, but I can never fit it in the van, and everyone's going, "Oh, what are you bringing that for?" It's like the Buddy Rich thing with the towel on the side. So 24-14, 13-9, 16-16, 30-degree edges though, top and bottom, so a little different for Cravs. And I think Tom said he had to bully Johnny into doing those edges, because this is a 2008 model, so signed by Johnny inside, and it's killer. I bought it on a whim, and I just thought, okay, I've always wanted one, and I was in a position where I could afford it, and I thought, what I'll do, I'll get it, and then I'll see what other things I can order off it. So I've just recently bought a walnut kit off them as well, and they've luckily made me an artist as well, which has been amazing.
That's amazing.
And I've got a mahogany set coming soon as well, in 24, 30, 16, 18. But they're killer. They're just awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I really didn't know what they were going to sound like, and they're just old school. But there's this kind of just extra thing, you know. I was always into old Ludwig drums, just loved them, and this just seemed to give me a little bit more, bit more tone, character. And when you're recording, that's the Brady thing as well. It's like you just want, when you put mics on stuff, you just want stuff to be 100%, and you're not fighting to get it into a mix, and it just sounds killer. Cymbals, Istanbul Agops, just the best company for me. I did a lot of searching. I used Paiste traditionals for a long time, but then I thought, hang on a minute, why am I using a Turkish approximation of a Turkish cymbal, you know? And went up, and I knew the guys, and they just let me nerd out in their distribution bit. It's 5 years ago, I think, 6 years ago. And I just sat there all afternoon. They're just checking, "You all right? Cup of tea?" You know, "No, I'm fine." Nerding out over cymbals. So a little bit different kind of things. 17-inch hi-hats with a Turk crash on the top and a dark crash on the bottom.
Nice.
It sounds like it's not going to work, but it really does sound wicked. It's just getting the right weights, you know, and putting them together and just seeing what they do. It's a 21 special edition Jazz Ride, just really beautiful cymbal. A 24 30th anniversary, and then the one on the end is a 21 Turk Jazz Ride. Just big cymbals, small bells, so they're not super loud, they're not super bright, they don't dominate overheads, and you can really control them in a mix. That's the idea of big hi-hats as well, so you can control it, and it's not that overwhelming top end that just comes through. So it's just not overwhelming the microphones. Then extras, Porter and Davis BC2 with the rack mount version. Tama Rhythm Watch, and then just in-ears, you know, some JH Audio in-ears, whole mix of microphones, Sennheiser 904s, it's a Bayer M160 ribbon mic once again to smooth the top end out, so you're not just this nasty top end. A modded 57 on the snare that's got the transformer changed, so it's just a bit of a thicker sound. Then the old sub kick. You know, it's that and the 52 on the bass drum. Neumann overheads. and then just a beat at 56 for me trying to do backing vocals.
That's a pretty smooth setup, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got such a big rock sound. I suppose those Istanbuls, they sort of help with the live sound on the stage, so
Yeah.
they don't kill everyone.
Yeah, it just controls it a little bit.
Yeah.
And,
compared to the kit, which is then just massive.
Yeah. And you just get that nice extremity of sound, so like real punchy snares, but warm, characterful cymbals as well.
That's amazing.
So I've thought about it, but you know, it might not be to everyone's thing, but I feel comfortable behind it, and it just works for me. Yeah. But yeah, that's my gear.
And that's pretty much the rundown.
Yeah.
You got some Remo heads as well?
Oh yeah, sorry, Remos. So on heads we've got a coated power stroke 3 on the batter.
Yeah.
Toms are coated vintage Emperors on the tops and coated Ambassadors on the bottom.
Yeah.
Snare drum's just a CS dot. Oh, and then I've got the snare weights.
Oh, they're
just because crabs are so open, they're lovely. But you know, if you want them just a little bit punchier, it just takes some of the edges off. You know, that extra resonance. But they're great. I've got the big ones on the toms, and then these are the little ones on the snares.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. Just really, really great.
Amazing.